Hello chatterbox out there, it's a brand new week, so you know what that means. A new week with lots of adventures to be had, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on my adventures with me. I hope you guys are all having a great start to your week. I got up and I've got a few days off work now, which meant I was able to have a little bit of a lie-in, but I had to be up early to get my hair cut, so I got up about 11ish, which was good enough lie-in for me, especially with Bear at the moment. First thing in the morning he'll be barking, wanting to get out of his pen, so I got up and got him out of his pen, and I had a cup of tea and just watched a bit of TV, and then my mum got up and we just watched a bit of TV, and the others were all at work, and my younger sister was still asleep. Didn't know how she slept through the barking, bless her. And I then got myself ready to go off and get my hair cut, and I headed off, and I had my headphones with me, so I was listening to music on my way up to go get my hair cut. And it rained a little bit, and then the sun came out, and it's actually quite warm when the sun was out, and lovely blue skies. And I got to the hairdressers and it was pretty busy, so I popped to the charge shops. I went off to one of the flower shops, and then I was heading back there afterwards, and I went off to one of the flower shops at the bottom of the high street, and I got some flower shops in there that I'll show you guys. They've got such lovely bouquets of flowers in there with really pretty colours on. I was then just chatting with the flower shop keepers in there, and I also got some plants out for the plant section I'm showing. I was able to get some really pretty plant starts on there. I love the succulents and cactuses and the pretty plant pots in there. I then headed off and I went off and got my hair cut as it had quieted down, so I was able to get in there and get my hair cut. And the lady that does my hair always does such a great job, and she's a family friend of mine, so I was having a lovely catch up with her. And then just before leaving, I got a mail cipher from there showing off my new haircut. I just love the confidence boost a haircut gives you. I then went next door to Shelley's Cafe and got myself a breakfast from there. The Shelley's breakfast was so delicious. Also had such good breakfasts in there, and I had a pot of tea and also got myself a cherry cola and stayed in there for a little bit. And afterwards I got two mirror selfies from there. One in front of this mirror with plants either side of it, and another one which is a full-length mirror with plants around it. And in the second one I put my Daisy cardigan on and got a mirror selfie with a long full-length mirror, and I'd wanted to do that for ages, and finally got that mirror selfie snap taken, and I'm going to show you guys those snaps. I love those two mirrors and love a mirror selfie, as you guys know. I then headed off to the shops and I got myself some bits from there, and I'm going to show you guys those. I got these Gideon chocolates, which are in an itty bitty little box, which is so adorable, and I also got these 14 mini snowballs. I love coconut and I cannot wait to devour these. I then headed off for more of my walk and was just enjoying the lovely sunshine and blue skies, although it did lash it down, and so I had to go under shelter to wait for it to stop, and it was a bit like on and off. It's like someone was turning on a shower and would turn it off and then on again. Luckily I had my coat in my bag, so I had that just in case. And then on my way back I got a snap of this beautiful spring wreath on someone's door. I'm going to show you guys. It's so pretty. Spring is definitely on its way, and I'm so excited for the sunshine and blue skies and the warmer weather and all the blossoms and flowers to start blooming. I have seen a few of the places I normally go whilst on my walk to get snaps of the flowers and blossoms haven't bloomed yet. I think it's because it's been really cold this winter, so I'm looking forward to them to bloom so I can get photos in front of those and of those. I love getting selfies in front of those flowers and blossoms. They're just so pretty, and cannot wait for those to bloom. It's going to be blooming lovely. So what I did there, I then got home and I sorted out my Bluta doll into a new look. Let me show you. Here's my Bluta doll's new look, starting off with the shoes. She's got these pink trainers on, then this pair of black netting stockings, then she has this beautiful gold dress with lots of lovely ruffles and details on. It's so pretty. Then she has this purple jumper underneath that with these bows on the sleeves either side, and her black hat, and this is the whole look. I love that new look. I love mixing and matching and making new looks for my Blue Touch doll. I then listened to a bit of music and just drawing colour in, was reading some more of One Day, and had a cup of tea and biscuits. And then my older brother got back from work and I was just watching some stuff on Netflix, and I've just been rewatching lots of episodes of Bridgerton and saw the trailer for the newest season, and I'm so excited for new Bridgerton. And then for tea I had a fry up, and I'm sure you guys that. The fry up was so good, double the fry up. I know what you're thinking, but we had lots of bacon and stuff to use up, so had to use that up, and it was so delicious. And I'm now off to go and watch today's Home and Away and the UK soaps, finish out my journal, and then I'm probably just gonna have a bit of a chilled evening, and I'll see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Tuesday and I got up early as Bear was barking, wanting to get out of his pen, so I let him out and I had some bear cuddles with him. And then my dad got back from work and I had some breakfast, I had some porridge, and we were just watching a bit of TV. My dad then went off to bed and my mum was still in bed as she'd been up in the night, and younger sister was up in her room, and my older brother was at work, also at work, and younger brother at work. I've got a few days off and I was going to go back to bed, but I decided to seize the day, and I got showered and changed and left a note to say that I was going off for a walk, just so nobody worried where I got to, and I always do, always have done. And then I locked up and took my bag and my headphones with me and had my coat just in case it rained, as the weather has been so unpredictable at the moment. And I was listening to a bit of music on my headphones, and I had a lovely stroll and got some selfies in front of some blossoms and the flowers and blossoms that I love to get photos of, and some selfies in front of have started to bloom, which is getting me very excited. Spring is definitely on its way. I then head up to the high street and I had a look inside the child shops. I went off to the plant shop at the top of the high street. It was shut the other day, and I got some plants outside. Plant shop is so adorable, and I love all the plant displays they have in there, and all the pretty succulents and plant pots. And so the plant pots have animals on, like squirrels and frogs and stuff like that, which is so cute. I then got a mirror stuff from there, from this mirror surrounded by all these plants. That mirror is so pretty with all the plants around it. I then head off to some more of the shops, and then I went off to one of the flower shops that isn't open on Mondays, and I got some flower sets from there. I was able to get some really pretty flower sets from there. It's got such lovely flowers in there with really pretty colours on. I was then chatting with the flower shopkeepers from there, and then I went off to some more of the shops. I went off to the cafe in the back of one of the shops in the high street to hopefully get one of those flower biscuits, and they didn't have any. I did, however, get a mirror. They've had it makeover in there, and it's so pretty in there. They've got lots of mirrors and really cool prints on the walls and plants hanging down. I love it. I then went off and got myself some lunch from the co-op, and then went off for more of my walk, and was enjoying the lovely sunshine and blue skies that we were having, and sat on a bench and had my lunch, and was listening to some music on my headphones, and then sat on the bench and chilled. And then I head off to go to the garden centre, and I made my way up there, and I got to the garden centre, and the first thing I did was go to the flower section, as they've got lots of flowers and blossoms in bloom now, and I got some flower sets. They've got such beautiful colours on, and was having a really good look around at all the flowers and the blossoms. And then I was having a look at the homeware and stationery section, and they've got loads of chocolates and sweets in, as it's Easter soon, so I was having a little browse at those, but I don't need any more chocolate or sweets. I'm trying to be good. And then I went off to the plant section, and I got some plant sets from there. They've added some new plant displays in there, so I was able to get snaps of those and get some plant snaps that I hadn't got snaps of before. And I just love plant and flower photography. It makes me so happy. The flower shop and plant and garden centres are my happy places. I just love going to them. And then I headed home and it started to rain, and it was a little bit of a trickle, and then it started to lash down with rain. Luckily I had my coat with me and it was waterproof, so I didn't get too wet. And my backpack that I take everywhere with me is ready for any weather. I've got hand gloves, a fleece and a raincoat just in case, because this weather is always so unpredictable. And I listened to music on my headphones on my way back, and then as I neared the end of my journey back from the garden centre, the sun came out again and the blue skies, so I soon dried off. And then I got back and my mum had gone to my grandma's, which she does most Tuesday afternoons. She was then back and I had a cup of tea and some biscuits and just read some more of One Day and listened to a bit of music. I was just doing some drawing and colouring in and tidied up my office and my dolls and dollhouse and had some cuddles with Bear, and he was in a bit of a playful mood, bless him. And I got my uniform ready for work when I'm back to work Friday evening, put that away ready, and then I got my funeral outfit ready for my grandma's funeral tomorrow, as it's a funeral, and although it's going to be very sad, I'm also going to be celebrating my grandma, and we've got a photo album that my younger sister's done that I'm looking forward to look through. We're going to look at the wake, and she's now reunited with my granddad, and she had dementia, so I'm just glad that she's not suffering anymore, and can't wait to celebrate the life of such an incredible woman, and she will never be forgotten. And I'm now off to go and finish writing some of my journal entries for today, and I'm going to be watching Today's Going Away and just chilling before going off to Jigsaw this evening, and I'll see you with more of the vlog when I'm back. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from Jigsaw volunteering, which I do on Tuesday nights. I got dropped up there by my dad, and we were having a games night, and we played some games, and I did some drawing, and we were doing a bit of colouring in, and had some drinks and some crisps, and there was also a bit of karaoke, and we also tried some pasties, as it's Cornish pasties week, and did a quiz about that, and it was such a great evening. Always had so much fun helping out there. And then it was the end of the session, and I popped up to Aldi to have a look in there, and I came across this red checkered jacket, and I got one of those, and I'm going to show you guys. I've got one like this already, but that one I got from a child shop, and it's kind of getting a little bit worn out, so I got this one from Aldi, and it's really comfortable. It is an extra large, so it's nice and big, and they have the popping like buttons, so it's easy to take on and off, and it's not as fiddly as my other one. And the other ones you have to actually push the buttons through, and it takes a lot of time, so this one's a lot easier, and I love the colour and the checkers on. I then got picked up by my dad, got home, and for my tea I had these chicken cheese Kiev things with some chips and peas, and I'm going to show you guys that. It was so delicious. I'm now off to go finish writing my journal entry for today, and then I'm going to be watching the UK soaps Home and Away, Sort Your Life Out and Waterloo Road, and I am then just going to be chilling for the rest of the evening, and I'll see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday, and I got up, showered and changed, ready to go off to my grandma's funeral, and I had some lemon curd toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast and just watched a bit of TV. And then my dad and my mum headed off to my grandma's house, where we were going to be following along the hearse to the funeral, and me and my old brother got our older sister from hers, and then we picked up our younger brother from his. My younger sister didn't end up going, as she had an important meeting that she couldn't miss, unfortunately. And we then got to my grandma's house, and we met everyone inside, and it felt so weird because I hadn't been in there for so long, as she had dementia and I didn't see her from before COVID times, and so it felt really weird going back in the house after not being in there for many years. But it hadn't changed, it still looked exactly the same as it did when I was younger. And so we were looking around and remembering all these memories coming flowing back, and we had some drinks and biscuits in there while we waited for the hearse to arrive. And then we followed the hearse to the funeral, and we had a funeral, and we got given these little programs for the funeral. And I think my older sister looks so much like my grandma in this photo here. It's crazy. We did some hymns and prayers and had some people doing some speeches, and then we went off to the crematorium and had some more prayers, and then headed back to the church to have the wake. And my uncle had made a lovely cake, and I'll show you guys. It's so pretty, and I love fondant icing, and he'd done some fondant roses, so I had some of those with a bit of the cake. And we had some cakes and biscuits on some of the tables, and had some cups of tea and coffee, and was just chatting with everyone and celebrating my grandma's life. And then at the end we had these roses that we got that were on the top of the coffin when coming to the funeral, and the roses have been put at the back of the hall, and we were told to get a rose each. And I'm going to show you guys a photo of those roses. Such beautiful roses, and it was a lovely day celebrating my grandma. I know that she's up there now with my granddad, and they're back reunited with each other. Then we headed home, and I got back and got changed out of my funeral attire, and I then was listening to a bit of music, and I got my work shifts for next week, so I wrote those down in my journal. And then we ordered tea, and for tea I had a burger and chips. I haven't had a burger in ages and just really fancied a burger, and it did not disappoint. And then I was listening to a bit of music and just doing some drawing, colouring in, and just reading a bit more of one day. And I'm now off to go and watch today's Home and Away and UK Soaps, and I will see you in more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday. I got up ready to go off for a coffee catch up with Tash, and I had a cup of tea and was just watching a bit of TV just before that. I was having some bear cuddles, and then I headed off to meet Tash at Coffee One. And on the way up there I was listening to music on my headphones. I then got to Coffee One, and I sat on the benches on the back of the cafe, and I had a tasty tea cake with a pot of tea. It was so delicious, and I was waiting for Tash to arrive, and it was getting later and later, and I knew exactly what had happened. She had set her alarm, and she turned her alarm off, and she'd overslept. So afterwards I then got a text from Tash being very apologetic and explaining how she overslept, and we then met up at the bus stop and then head off to go to the garden centre together. But before that we stopped off at Alveston and went off to the Square, this cafe in Alveston, which is so good. The sandwiches are so delicious, and we got some lunch from there. The sandwiches from there are so good. I had a chicken sandwich with some salad and had a pot of tea and a bit of cake that me and Tash ended up sharing. And then we were getting on with planning our holiday to Brighton, where we're going in May, and getting an itinerary planned, and I'm so excited to go off there. And then I had to pop to the loo, and I got a motorcycle from there. That mirror is so cute, and I love the plant next to it. And then we stopped off at the corner shop just down from the cafe and got a drink from there, and then we head off to get the bus to go to Almondsey Garden Centre. And then we got to the garden centre, and I got some snaps from the plant section. Let me show you guys. I love that plant section. It is huge, and all the pretty plant pots and the suckers and cactuses and all the beautiful displays they have in there. And then Tash got a snap of me in front of this Easter display, and I'm sure you guys that. so cute. I love all the displays they have in there, and I got a load of photos of some of the plants and some of the displays they have in there. And then we went outside of the garden centre and I got some flower starts. They've got such beautiful colours on, and had a good look around there. And then we had to get back as Tash's house was flooding due to the bath leaking, so we had to get back home. So we got the bus back and Tash headed off home, and then I got the bus a few stops after that, and then stopped off at one stop to get some pudding for games night at Jen's tonight. And then on my way back from there I got 2 flower starts I'm gonna show you guys. That pink flower snap is so beautiful, and it's the first one that's bloomed, and I can't wait for them all to be bloomed. And also those white blossoms are so pretty as well. And I listened to music on my way back. I then got back and called Tash, and they might have to leave their house while it dries and stuff, and they've turned off the water and they're going to get a plumber to come in and sort that out. And she may or may not be coming to games night with Jamie. If not, it's going to be me, Dean and Jen, because I think Amelia's not feeling very well, so she won't be going, so it'll be only 3 of us, but more food for us because I think we're having fajitas. I've got some trifle and some muffins just in case Jamie and Tash come, because I know that Jamie doesn't like things with layers and stuff, so I've got her some muffins just in case. And I then was nearing my house when my mate and one of my chefs from work was driving past, who lives just down the road, so stopped and had a chat with him, and he was just asking me about how my grandson went yesterday, bless him, and he's working kitchen tomorrow night, so I'll be seeing him then. And I then got in and I got some stuff from the garden centre, and I'm going to show you guys that. Here's what I got from the garden centre. I got this plushie which is so cute, and I'm going to call him Mr. Prickly. And I also got these sweets from the sweet section. I love banana and shrimp, they're so good. I saw that plushie and knew that I had to get that, and I got a photo of all the plushies from the plushie section. I'm going to show you guys. I love that plushie section. I would have all of them if I could. And I also got 2 bags of sweets from the sweet section. I love the shrimp and banana sweets, they're so good. And then I had a cup of tea and some biscuits. I was just reading a bit more of one day and listening to a bit of music and just doing some drawing and colouring in. And I'm now off to go and watch today's Home and Away and just chill before going off to Jen's for games night. And I'll see you when I'm back from that. It's later on in the evening now, and just before going off to games night at Jen's, I'd ordered this Monster High box set, and it's Beetlejuice, and I'm going to show you guys a snap of that. It's such a beautiful box set of those 2 dolls, and I cannot wait to have that in my collection. I then got dropped down to games night by my dad, and I got to games night and it was me, Jen and Dean. Amelia couldn't go, she wasn't very well, and Tash and Jamie are currently having to stay away at the moment, and so they won't be back till next week at games night. And so it was just the 3 of us, and it was quite nice just being the 3 of us, and we had some fajitas and had some trifle. The food was so good. Then after that we played some games, and we played a game called What Was That Smell, which is a new game that we hadn't played before, and you had a bit of paper and you had to guess what the smell was on these bits of card, and that was quite fun. Some of the smells were quite nasty. And then we also played 2 different versions of Monopoly, and I won some games of Monopoly, and I'm going to show you guys some snaps of some of the games that we played. Those games are so much fun, I had a lovely evening at games night, and then I got picked up by my mum, and I am now at home, and I'm now off to go fish watching my journal entry for today, and then I'm going to be watching today's UK soaps, and I'll see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Friday. I hope you guys are all having a lovely end to your week. It's almost the weekend. I got up, showered and changed, ready to go off to morning group, and had some porridge for my breakfast and just watched a bit of TV and just a bit of music just before getting dropped off to morning group. I then got dropped to morning group and I got there just as the lady who runs the morning group, who's picking up some of the others, arrived. So we all arrived at the same time and went in and headed off into morning group, and we're doing some arts and crafts, and it was so much fun, and we had a bit of the Beach Boys playing as well, which is really cool. I love the Beach Boys, and God only knows, it's probably my favourite Beach Boys song. And then we had a little tea and coffee break, and I had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and we had a bit of a natter, and then I had to pop to the loo and I got a mirror selfie. I love that mirror with the pretty patterned tile underneath the mirror. Then I was just helping some of the others with the finishing pieces to the crafts that we were doing, and then it was the end of the session, and I got picked up by my mum, and my grandma was also in the car, as my grandma had come over to ours whilst she was getting her carpet cleaned, and then me and my mum dropped my grandma back to hers once they'd finished cleaning the house. And then we got back, and for my lunch I had some tuna mayonnaise sandwiches and a cup of tea, and then I was just watching a bit of TV, just a bit of music, and just reading some more of One Day and doing some colouring in of some of my new illustrations, and watching some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos. And then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, and it's such a lovely sunny day with lovely blue skies, so I got my headphones and my bag and head off for a walk, and was listening to some music whilst on my walk. I then head down to my town's castle, where I haven't been in ages. I was having a lovely walk around the grounds, and I got some snaps of the castle that I'll show you guys. Such a beautiful castle, and I love the water fountain, and the gardens are so beautifully kept. I then got a snap of these beautiful purple flowers, such a lovely colour. I then got some leaf snaps from there that I'm showing. They've got such lovely colours and patterns on. I then went in to the castle, and they have lounges where you can have afternoon tea in, and I got a hot chocolate from there. I had cream and marshmallows on, and it was so nice, and I sat on the sofa where I always go and sit at, and I love that table with all the flower wooden carvings in. It's just so pretty, and people who aren't staying at the hotel can come in for drinks and sit in the lounges as well, so I did that. And then afterwards I got some snacks from the afternoon tea lounges, and I'm going to show you guys those. It's so beautiful. I love all the windows with the stained glass windows, and all the ceilings with the pretty artwork all over the ceilings, and the chandeliers and the tapestries, and that portrait of King Henry VIII who stayed at the castle, and it's just full of such history, and it's really pretty, and I'd love to do a tour there someday. Then just as I was leaving, I had to pop to a loo, and I got a mirror selfie from there. That mirror is so pretty with the chandelier above. And then I made my way home and listened to some more music on my headphones. I then got back, and my dad has gone off to do a disco, and then afterwards we're having KFC for tea. I haven't had KFC in so long, so I'm looking forward to be having that once I'm back from work. I've got work tonight, 7 till close, so I've got my uniform ready for that, and I'm just chilling before work, and I'll see you when I'm back from work. It's later on in the evening and I'm now back from being at work. I had work 7 till close, so I got ready for work, got dropped to work and got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was me and 2 other colleagues on shift, and one of our colleagues got to finish early as it had crashed down, and so it's just me and one other colleague for the rest of the shift. And I was ordering lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables and doing some food and drink orders and drinks making, and I saw in charge of some of the regulars, and it was quiet but not too quiet, so it's busy but not too quiet, so it's just the right amount, so it's nice and steady. And it was payday today, so we did have quite a lot of people coming for drinks, and it got quite busy towards the end of the evening, and then it crashed down and I finished and I clocked off. I got my bag and coat and got picked up by my mum and got home and got into my PJs. After my tea I had KFC, and I'll show you guys that. The KFC was so delicious. I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal for today, and then I'm going to be watching the UK soaps and Home and Away, and we'll see you more on the vlog tomorrow. It's now Saturday. I hope you guys are all having a lovely weekend so far. I got up after a lie-in and I had some lemon curd toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. I was then just watching a little bit of TV, listening to some music, and just reading some more of One Day and watching some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos. I then tidied up my office and my dolls and dollhouse a bit, and then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, and it's the 1st of March, a lovely start to the new month, lovely blue skies and sunshine, so I thought why not waste this lovely sunshine and head off for a walk. And I was loving the sunshine and blue skies, bumped into a few people I know, so I was chatting with them, and I went off and had a look at some of the charge shops, and I went off to the plant shop at the top of the high street as they had a load of new plants in. I got some plants off from there that I'm showing you guys. They've got such beautiful plants in there that I was able to get snaps of. I love all the succulents and cactuses and the pretty plant pots in there. And then outside, where they have a load of flowers on display at the front of the shop, they had some tulips, and I got some snaps of those that I'm showing you. Those tulips are so pretty. They've got such beautiful colours on. I then had a look around some other shops, and I went off to have some lunch in one of the cafes in the back of the shops in the high street, but unfortunately it was super busy in there, so I wasn't able to get in there to get some lunch. I did, however, get a pretty Minotaur from there. It's so pretty in there. I love all the plants hanging down from the ceiling and all the mirrors all over the walls and all the really pretty prints they have in there. I then had a look in the shop and then headed off to one of the other flower shops, and I got some flower slots from there. Such beautiful flowers in there, lovely colours, and I love sunflowers, so I was really happy that I was able to get a snap of a sunflower and all the lovely roses. I was having a lovely chat in there with the flower shop keepers, and I got a snap of this dried flower section they have in there now that I'm showing you guys. It's so cute. I love all the little dried flowers they have, and they have this little like wooden twined heart with lots of flowers around it, and it lights up, which is very cute, and I got a photo of that. I then went off and had like some more of the charge shops, and I got 2 jumpers from the charge shops, and then got myself some lunch from the co-op. I got myself a drink for work tonight and a drink for tomorrow's shift as well, and then I headed off on more of my walk and listened to music on my headphones, and then I was able to get a snap in front of this beautiful flower artwork on the side of someone's garage, and the lady who has all art all set up in the flower shop that I've just done previously had done that, and her artwork is so beautiful, and I got a photo in front of it previously before getting my haircut, and I'd shown her and she was very happy that I enjoyed her artwork. And so I got another one, but this time with my haircut, so it was looking a bit more neater. And I was so happy because last time I tried to, it was too sunny and the sun was on my eyes and it just wasn't working. So the sun had gone behind the clouds, so I was able to quickly get a photo for that beautiful artwork. I then got back and I had my lunch. I got full carb. I had some chicken Caesar bacon wraps and then had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and I tried on my new jumpers I got from the charge shops, and I'm going to show you guys clips of that. Here's the first jumper I got from the charge shops. I love this jumper. I love the colour. It's like a dark blue and the pattern is so cute. And I'm now going to show you guys the second jumper. Here is the second jumper. It's a thinner jumper. It's a really nice fit. It's a bit of a longer jumper and I just love this fit, and I just love jumpers, as you know. Probably gonna have to go for my jumpers a bit more because I've got a few new jumpers, so probably gonna have to have a bit more of a spring clean of some more jumpers I don't wear anymore. I was gonna get a striped jumper which is green and black striped, but it was like, no, I've already got enough striped jumpers. I'm trying to get a few more jumpers in that aren't striped because I've got so many striped jumpers, and yeah, I love my two new jumpers. After I tried on my jumpers, I then put those in the wash, and I then got my uniform ready for work this evening. I'm doing a 6 till close and it's date night, which means it's going to be super busy, but I've got a great team on and it should be good. And I am now off to go and have a catch up with my family friends who've just popped over, who I haven't seen for a long time, and then I'm going to be chilling before work this evening. I will see you when I'm back from work. It's later on in the evening now and I'm back from work. I had a great shift at work. It was me, Tash, and one of our colleagues on shift, and I got ready for work, and just before getting ready for work I was just on my landing and looked out of the window and there was a lovely sunset, so I got a snap of that. Let me show you guys. So beautiful, lots of lovely colours in the sky. I then got dropped to work by my dad. Got to work, got clocked in, I put my bag and coat away, and it was steak night, which meant it was quite busy. So I was doing lots of food and drinks, cleaning tables and doing food and drink orders and bill taking, and so in touch with some of the workers, and was doing so many pints and wines. And then Tash finished early and it was just me and my other colleague on till the end. I then finished and I clocked off, I got my bag and coat, I got picked up, got back, got into my PJs, and for my tea I had this pasta bacon thing which was really good. Me and my mum were then just watching this Billy Connolly thing and he's so funny. I then finished writing my journal and put that away, and I'm now off to go and watch tonight's Food's Got Talent and have my uniform ready for work tomorrow, and we'll see you in more vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday. I hope you guys all having a lovely Sunday West. I got up, showered and changed, ready for work, and had some porridge for my breakfast, and I got a cute snap of Bear with the sun shining on him and it made his eyes look super sparkly, and I'll show you guys that. My precious little bear. I then got dropped to work. I got to work, got clocked in and put my bag and coat away, and it was just me and one of my colleagues to start with, and I helped open up, and then another of our colleagues came in at 10 and I was running food and drinks and doing some food and drink orders and some coffee making, and saw and touched some of the regulars, and the playlist that had been put on was only playing 3 songs, so it was just playing the same songs over and over again. So we changed that, and the playlist we put on after that had a lot of different songs on. It was playing a lot of Kylie, which I loved. As you guys know, I bloody love a bit of Kylie, and it played one of my favourite songs of hers, and so I was enjoying that. I love On a Night Like This, which is such a great song, and I've actually had the pleasure of seeing her perform it live, which was awesome. And it then got really busy, and our colleague that came in at 10 was a little bit unsure on bar and needed a bit of help. So whilst I was doing food and drinks orders and drinks making, I was also helping her on bar get a bit more experience on bar and getting her confidence up a little bit. and it was really awesome to see because I see a lot of myself in her, which I first started working at our workplace, so I was able to help her out, and it then quieted down, and then we had a singer come in and perform, and he was doing lots of songs in the 80s and 90s, which I loved. I caught myself singing along, and we had lots of people coming in for Sunday roast, and so it got quite busy again. And then I fished free and I clocked off, got changed to the job that I'm in now, and then I went off and had a look at the charge shots and had to pop to the loo on the way back, so I quickly popped to one of the cafes, which is a public bathroom, and I then got the most off from there. I love the lights I was told out of mirror, it's so pretty. I then went off to Aldi and had a look on there, and then got some flower starts from the flower section. They've got such pretty patterns and colours on. Love that flower section. I then had a look in the middle aisle at the Best Buys, and then I went off to Co-op and got myself some lunch from there, and then I headed back and listened to music on my headphones and was having a lovely Sunday stroll on my way back from being at work. And I got a snap of my town's church with some white blossoms in front of the stained glass windows, and also got a clip of the stream that I walked past. I then got back from being on my Sunday stroll, and I put my work clothes in the wash, and I'm now off for a few days. And my dad had gone to pick my grandma up to bring her over for tea, and we were having a Sunday roast, and my mum was cooking that, and it smelled so good. And then my Monster High ex Beetlejuice doll had arrived, and you may be able to see it in the background. I was so in love with it, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of that. Oh my gosh, my Monster High ex Beetlejuice doll box set has arrived. I didn't think it was going to be arriving for ages, so I'm so excited to get into that. Opened the box, but I have not seen the doll yet, and I'm going to be showing you guys that now. Got this bit to take off, and bam, look at that. It is such a beautiful packaging, and put that out the way so you can see the doll. Look at that. You have Lydia and Beetlejuice on the front, and it says Monster High Skeletor, and then it says Beetlejuice up there, and these come apart, and you've got them on the side here, and then here Lydia is. I love her dress with the veil and the eye makeup and the hair and the shoes. She's so stunning. I love the detail on her. And then I'll show you Beetlejuice. So take this one off, and here Beetlejuice is in her tux, and she's holding a heart, and I love the headband and the earrings and the shoes, and they're just so stunning. And then these two can come together like so, and it's done on top of the wedding cake, and they're floating above the wedding cake. I'm so happy to have this in my collection. I still can't believe that is in my collection. It is stunning, and I did a TikTok playing the Beetlejuice soundtrack behind it, and it's got a lot of likes and comments. And then I had my lunch that I got from Co-op and listened to a bit of music, just enjoying coming in, and was reading some more of One Day and just sorting out my office and Dolls and Dollhouse. And then for tea we had our Sunday roast, and I'm sure you guys. The Sunday roast was so delicious. Then after that we had some bread and butter pudding for our pudding that our grandma had made, and I had mine with a cup of tea, and I'm sure you guys that. It was so delicious. My grandma then stayed for a bit, and she got dropped home, and I'm now off to go and watch today's Dancing on Ice and finish writing my journal entry for today and put that away. And I hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and all have a lovely new week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you in a new vlog very soon.